Hey everybody, and welcome to this special on Mars transiting in Capricorn. Okay, so first I'm going to talk about the summary of the positive, negatives and psychological meanings and the best use of Mars transiting in Capricorn. So positively, it can make us more ambitious and motivated. It can bring more determination and energy, but not just, it's a focused type of energy, making us more open to being more self-disciplined, controlled, stronger in our efforts of work, ethical in our actions and words as well. But negatively, it can make us impatient, aggressive in our actions and words. This can be a breeding ground for power struggles and conflicts, and we can find it difficult to compromise or adjust to unexpected changes of other people's boundaries and needs and demands right now. Mars in Capricorn psychologically wants us to focus on how we seek out recognition, or if we don't want recognition, why. And it's healthy not to, seek out recognition, but if we're not achieving because we don't believe we can achieve, then we have to question those. So just questioning how we feel about our careers and lifelong personal development, it allows us to persevere, have patience when life throws obstacles in our way. And the best use of Mars in Capricorn is to go after our goals with more focus, channel our ambitions and ideas into productive work and projects rather than just being distractive and just dissipating our energy everywhere. Mars in Capricorn brings that stability and grounding to our plans as well, but we just have to watch out for power struggles and conflicts and find healthy ways to assert ourselves right now, and just embrace the challenge of unexpected changes and adapting and adjusting accordingly. And Mars in Capricorn brings a kind of subtle stability to Mars's energy and makes it more easier for us to use our motivation drives more effectively, and this makes the chance of success so greater. So it's just good for working on long-term projects, long-term goals, loving yourself and others and just being as kind as you can. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the aspects that Mars is making when it enters Capricorn this year, which is from the 5th of February until the 15th of March, and on the 15th of March it enters Aquarius. Okay, so when Mars enters Capricorn this year, firstly, it makes a conjunction with Mercury. So although this energy is separating, it still will influence the whole, 6 to 8 weeks-ish. Yeah, the 7 weeks-ish, Mars is in Capricorn. So over this period, we can find ourselves being able to express our ideas more effectively. We can use this energy to set long-term goals. Venus's conjunction to Mars blends passion and love, so it allows us to be a bit more warmer, because Capricorn energy can make us colder in showing off our affection and stuff. So this energy is good. Venus conjunction Mars promises that people can be more charming, people can find others more attractive and be like a magnet drawing others to them right now. So this energy makes it easier for others to be in our company or for us to be in our own company as well. But negatively, Venus's conjunction to Mars can cause love scams and stuff like that, so don't ignore red flags, have your boundaries and just stay alert. And if you feel kind of like ungrounded right now, which I don't know what the excuse would be, only kidding because Mars is in Capricorn, but if you do, seek out advice, watch someone's actions because they can lie with words but actions are harder to fake. Mars also makes a trine to Uranus, so this can make us feel more free, independent and seeking freedom. It allows us to be more innovative, creative in our problem solving and to embrace change. But some of us may not like the unpredictability of this energy, and this can cause sort of like frustration. Things change beyond what we thought they were going to be. So, just embrace the best of this energy, which is using Mars is trying to Uranus over the 5 to 7 weeks, Mars is in Capricorn, to make quicker decisions, to change your approach, to improve your relationships, to go after what you want and seek new ways to being and doing. Mars also makes a sextile to Neptune, so it allows us to tap into our creative spiritual sides and open up to our subconscious mind, allowing us to uncover hidden insights and intuitions. It can bring a sort of magic, enchantment and fantasy energy vibe to Mars being in Capricorn, which can make us ungrounded. But positively, it just opens us up to, newness and just being more creative. So it's great for creative projects. Mars also makes a conjunction to Pluto. So again, this allows us to push ourselves, that Pluto and Mars energy is powerful conjunction, allowing us to have more strength, more resilience, overcome those obstacles, be more ambitious, be more motivated to do those goals, whether it be exercise goals, healthy eating goals, fasting goals, spiritual career goals we've been putting off. This energy can drive us to go and get what we really need to be doing to advance in our life, but negatively it can make us too power hungry, sort of ignoring other people's sort of boundaries and just being dominating and causing power struggles and trying to control others and get one over and get ahead at the expense of others. So just watch out for that, because what goes around can come around, but this energy can help us to avoid unnecessary confrontation. So navigate it, walk away, count to 10. Try not to waste your energy, this powerful energy where you can use your motivation drive in a grounded way because of Capricorn's energy here. So just try and do your best to be stable and to create peace within yourself and in your environment. And of course you can't control other people's actions, but you can control how you respond right now. So Mars is square to the midhaven is the final aspect, and this energy can create tension and challenges in us attaining our career goals. So it's letting us know obstacles may come, but it's also giving us the power to overcome them if we use grace and diplomacy, respecting other people's boundaries and just being kind, because impulsive actions and words and aggressive behaviour may get us rewards in the short term, but in the long term can backfire. So just think about what you're doing. Also, as Mars goes into Capricorn, it's making 2 stelliums. The first stellium is between Mars, Pluto and Mercury, which are all in the constellation of Capricorn. The second stellium is between Chiron, the Moon's North Node, and the Midhaven, which are all in the constellation of Pisces. So a stellium in astrology are when 3 or more planets or luminaries, the Sun and the Moon, are aligned in the same zodiac sign, house or degree orb, and this creates a concentration of energy that can impact various aspects of our lives, obviously depending on your natal chart and stuff. So first we have Mercury and Mars and Pluto forming a stellium in Capricorn. So this is a combination between our communication skills, Mercury, our ambition and motivation, Mars, and our transformative power ability, which is represented by Pluto. So this concentration of energies just provide that extra kick of determination. So it really highlights that over the next 5 to 7 weeks, if you're willing to work for it, this is a good time for you to pursue your long-term objectives, to start the things you've been putting off, assertively communicating your ideas and just tapping into your own inner strength and wisdom for your own personal growth. The stellium between Chiron, the Moon's North Node, and the Midhaven in Pisces sort of brings a different energy. Chiron represents healing and transformation as well. So when it's touching the Moon's North Node, it means that karmic lessons that are needed for our soul growth can be under the spotlight. The Midhaven symbolises our public image and career goals. So when these energies come together, they want us to sort of and create a potent energy field for us to focus on emotional healing, spiritual growth and psychological transformation, as well as career development. So it allows us to be determined and have a mountain standing firm, unwavering focus in going after what we want, pursuing our goals. It makes us more assertive, especially in our communication skills, making it easier for us to express ourselves right now. So really adding to what I said earlier, but it's important to maintain a balanced perspective and avoid stepping on other people's toes in your quest for success right now, because these energies as well, especially the stellium in Capricorn between Mercury, Mars and Pluto, can sort of just make us disregard other people's boundaries. So we also have to just make sure we're careful with our energy right now, because there is a risk of burnout or exhaustion if we push ourselves too hard, or if we just be too aggressive and always in conflict with others. This can waste our energy as well. So it's crucial for us to prioritise our self-care and doing things that make us feel good in moderation right now as well, and try and just be moderate in our usage of our energy to avoid completely, depleting our emotional, psychological, physical and spiritual resources right now. And because the intense energy of these stelliums can create power struggles in our career and public image and sense of self, people can be manipulative, controlling or ego-driven in their behaviour right now. So instead of, just warring with other people, focus on creating healthier collaborations and connections and supporting each other, and just trying to align with your own inner values and goals, but respecting others as well. Okay, so that's the end of the solstice version. Now I'm going to talk in depth about more of the esoteric, worldly, social impact, political meanings, karma, and more in depth about what it means for our committed, hookup, friendship and family relationships, as well as more about our career development and the best things for say students and professionals to do while using this energy. So I'm going to go real in depth, so if you're going to listen on, thank you. If not, thanks for listening. So astrologically, as I said, Mars in Capricorn embodies ambition and determination. It's like having a turbocharged engine in your chosen path, and we know how a good engine can make our cars perform better. So all in all, practicality can become and should become your best friend during this transit, as it gives us that cleared eye focus to get done what needs to get done right now, whether it be ending things, starting things. On the worldly, materialistic level, it gives us the energy for career advancement and to gain financially as well. Hard work and strategic planning can really pay off over the next, typically Mars is in Capricorn, anywhere between 4 and 8 weeks, so it really can just boost our professional plans. Politically, it can fire our leadership energy, so you or others may find themselves drawn to campaigns or causes that align with their values, traditional values, conservative sort of values are more conservative than normal, because Capricorn's influencing Mars, and even though Mars can be forward thinking at times, so being assertive, so assertive charismatic leaders can make waves in the political arena, especially if they have their more traditional conservative sort of like views. But we just have to make sure that we do channel this energy for change in a productive and ethical way, because sometimes we can just be viciously focused on let's do things my way or the traditional way, and it can become overbearing because it is Mars still here, pushy energy, even though it is being tempered a bit in Capricorn. In terms of the esoteric and spiritual meanings, it wants us to get a deeper understanding, whether it be in our spirituality or career or intellectual, academic stuff, whatever we're into. It's a time to sort of like harness, focus your inner strength and connect with higher realms of consciousness. Symbolically, this energy represents the embodiment of power and authority, especially personal power. So it can be kind of like having a magic wand in your hand and for some of you that commands respect and influence wherever you go, and not but in a forceful way. It can just give us the sort of like aura right now. So if you have this power right now, use this energy wisely, as it could be used to bring about positive change or used as a tool for manipulation and control. The choice is yours, but remember that true power comes from acting with integrity and empathy for others as well as yourself. So when Mars is in Capricorn, we can feel more emotionally connected to our professional paths. We can find ourselves seeking recognition and success in our career. Our emotions may be governed by a need for structure and organisation, pushing us to set clearer goals for ourselves and to work steadily and hard towards achieving them, becoming more serious, taking more accountability in our life as well. But we have to watch out for becoming too focused on our ambitions, ignoring our other needs. So it's important to nurture our emotional well-being and relationships and maintain a healthy work-life balance right now, and try and avoid burnout. So on the karmic level, when Mars is transiting through Capricorn, there can be a strong emphasis on taking responsibility for our actions and making progress towards reaching our goals in a determined way, and just saying bye-bye to distractions. And it's all about working hard, carrying on through obstacles. Lessons related to ambition, self-discipline and the proper use of power may come in our dreams or subconsciously or consciously into our life experience right now. So we have to ultimately learn the karmic lesson here, which is to balance our desire for success with integrity and ethical behaviour. And lifetimes where we may have misused power or lacked discipline, walked all over others, may come to our attention, and ultimately whatever happens now is an opportunity to rectify our current life or past mistakes, and learn the lessons that we need to learn from them, especially about how we assert ourselves in the world. And for that we have to take a good look at how we misuse or don't use our personal power and the reasons for this. So now I'm going to talk about what it means more for our relationships when Mars is in Capricorn. So in terms of family connections, it can make us more responsible and determined in our relationships with our family. We may not spend as much time with our families as normal, as we may concentrate on our individual goals. On the bright side, it encourages a more disciplined approach to managing ourselves as an individual and also family responsibilities. So good for talking about household chore schedules and finances and stuff like that as well. In terms of friendship, it can help us work together with our friends, but negatively it can make us more competitive. So we have to, strike a balance between being ambitious and having harmony in our friendships right now, but just good to work on said goals and just talk and just helpfully be each other's cheerleaders rather than trying to outdo each other. In committed relationships, it can bring a sense of stability and commitment to us as well. In our relationships where couples work more on their long-term goals and commitments, trying to achieve more security in their life, especially financial security. It's a good energy for that, and just bringing more peace and harmony and organisation into your love life. But the focus on things that are practical can just make everything a bit lacking spontaneousness and passion. So try and do all you can to keep the passion alive while also focusing on the stuff that you need to get done right now. And just remember, it's important to try and communicate honestly and openly right now, and just find ways to bring excitement and fun and adventure into the day-to-day boring things like taking the rubbish out and making dinner and stuff. In terms of hookup relationships, again, healthy communication is needed, but it may make it difficult for us to maintain a carefree connection right now, because one of you or all of you involved may need a stronger commitment right now, and this can bring tension or dissatisfaction with expectations down the line. So communication is key at this time, so you can find out where everyone stands, And it's important to remember that not all hookup relationships are meant to last, and that's perfectly okay. Mars in Capricorn highlights the need for clarity and understanding in our hookup relationships, because if one person desires more than just a hookup and the other one wants to keep things light and doesn't want to commit, it's good to address these differences early on to avoid heartache. And we've all been there or know someone who's been there where the feelings have been unequal and how those connections don't work in the long run, even if sometimes they go on years and decades. Sometimes I've seen people waste their whole lives in them, but I believe all of us deserve to be loved and to love someone for who we truly are. So yeah, in terms of hookups, Mars in Capricorn wants us to have more self-awareness and provides the opportunity for us to grow in understanding and healing of ourselves and others. The intensity and commitment seeking nature of transiting Mars in Capricorn can push us to just want to meet our needs for once, and to reflect on our desires and to get rid of things that are not aligning with our true needs in the intimate realms and stuff. So it calls for us to think about what we truly want from our life in terms of our intimate arrangements, and to just be honest about what we really want with ourselves as well, because sometimes we can find it hard to do so. So yeah, in terms of career development, Mars in Capricorn can make us more strategic and willing to put in the hard work to get our long-term success. So good for taking on leadership roles, starting new projects and pushing ourselves forward in our professional development. Spiritually, it allows us to be more disciplined, determined, and to dig deeper into our beliefs, explore new beliefs and philosophies, and find new practices that help us connect with our inner selves, or even go back to traditional ones, old ones, spiritual practices that we forgot to use, or they may just come back in handy right now. In terms of personal development, it allows us to set healthier habits as we improve our lives and to feel more empowered and to actually make time for our personal growth, because sometimes we can find it hard to work on ourselves due to commitments and stuff. But this energy allows us to know that looking after our psychological, emotional, physical and financial health is the foundation for our lifelong success. So we need to work on that. So on the educational level, Mars in Capricorn helps us to overcome challenges in our intellectual plans, driving us to do our best in our academic learning and research. So it's great for exams, pursuing higher education, or forms of self-learning and homework and stuff like that, expanding our knowledge in any field that grabs our attention or needs our attention right now. So ultimately, when it comes to our educational sort of plans, it's best to use the energy of Mars in Capricorn to make the necessary effort that's needed to, achieve academically. Financially, it calls for us to make wiser investments, take calculated risks, and work hard towards bringing financial security in our lives. So just really looking at our money, our income, and thinking about how we can save more or how we can increase our income by learning new skills and stuff like that, and just building that self-belief that's often needed to go for that promotion, to take those life choices that can make us happier, ignoring people what say, oh, you can't do it and stuff. And that doesn't mean, if there may be truth, sometimes we have good people around us that are telling us truth, but if we are prepared to do the research and to get the knowledge on how to improve our finances or where to invest our money, then we can then make a calculated risk and never gamble or invest more than what you can afford to lose, of course. But also, this energy allows us to think of ways to become more financially stable. So now I'm just going to finish up by talking about the best things for creators, professionals, entrepreneurs, lovers and healers to do with this energy. So for creatives, it's a great energy to create structured routine around how you go about doing your creative work as well, and also, starting or completing long-term projects, whether it be writing, drawing, designing, gaming, dancing, I don't know, whatever it is you do. Professionals can use this to focus on reaching their career goals and networking and taking on new responsibilities, and also, going after leadership opportunities. But also it's important to maintain a strong work ethic and a balance between taking time out so you don't get sort of like burnt out, and try and be as organised as you can as well. Planning is your key to success during this time. Entrepreneurs should also focus on strategic goal setting as well, and doing anything that helps them strengthen the foundations, the stability of their business and ideas and stuff, and just implement practical strategies for growth, analysing your current business practices, identifying areas of improvement and taking decisive action to increase your operations, so your production, your income, your revenue. Alternative healers can use this to become more disciplined in their healing and self-care as well, because if you don't look after yourself, how can you give the best service to your clients? So this helps you to start or continue to develop practical routines that support your own well-being, and also updating your techniques that you use right now and looking at a more holistic way to carry out your healing services. Lovers can use this energy to just bring more commitment to their relationships, whether it's building a future together or starting a family or achieving, individual personal milestones while still being a couple together. So yeah, when Mars is in Capricorn, couples and singles alike can take advantage of this energy by planning special date nights or activities that create a sense of security and love. And if you are in a relationship, just try and do your best to support each other's growth and success, and doing this can increase the bond between you. And also, if you're single, taking time out to love and respect yourself and nurture yourself can also just make you feel more secure as an individual. So yeah, that's the end of this special on Mars transiting in Capricorn. Take care and see you next time.